that back in the day. Yeah.
Baby.
Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hill. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the... Stopped at the 15. Line gets set, first down. They'll put the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Quickly to the tight end. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. This proficiency in the passing game can take you back to yesteryear. One of the great quarterbacks in Arkansas history, in Joe Ferguson.
Yeah, just slinging the pill, just being able to provide balance, being able to attack down the field, get people out of the box, and not be predictable. That's a really good job.
My boy Mike. What's good, Mike? Good to hear from you, man.
Trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course.
I hate the first game you see got to be an Alabama game, man, but that's just how it goes sometimes.
Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Wow, what an impressive-looking run. You think back to some of the greatest rushing offenses in the SEC in recent years. Remember that offense that had Darren McFadden and Felix Jones both in the backfield, sometimes taking wildcat snaps? Nobody could stop them. This dude, I think, could have broken his way into that rotation with his ability. This guy's sick.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Smothering the tight end. They know this offense.
No, facts. When I go empty backfield, it's unstoppable damn near. You know me, I'm run first, man.
The big guy down. Not easy to do.
Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
I really don't want to go open, but I'm gonna do it for you.
Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Back to throw, it's Green. It's complete on the right side. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Can't hook up on the long throw, and fourth down goes by the boards for this offense.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying
We're
to
not
send a
getting
message
jammed
to
like
your team
that.
you're confident, you believe in them to convert these fourth downs. You didn't get that one, but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options. He's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that submarine.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on 4th down in his own territory. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
That's the end of the first quarter. And after one, we're tied 0-0.
A new set of downs after the completion. They'll throw it on 1st down. Quick strike complete.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll go with a direct snap. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the 1st down.
Really nice run there. No, listen, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but, man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They have always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. His physical
I just called a timeout on accident.
he fits that just perfectly.
Hey, Mike, I'll be playing that Ultimate Team if you got one. I finally took it serious this year. Not took it serious, but I got more of a team than I had on Madden.
On 1st down, leaves them with 2nd and short. The give to the back. Bowls his way forward. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense. We got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that...
Picked off. Takes it the other way. He's at the 40. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Crazy this year we've been old franchise.
What's franchise? Because I ain't gonna lie, my favorite mode on this game is Dynasty. Ain't no mode more fun than Dynasty to me.
Couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Scanning the field, it's Green. Looking for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Arkansas.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. Oh, he's going to take a chance. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one.
It's a lot to type, but you are a GM of a team. It's crazy.
Here comes that Alabama offense.
Oh shit, the GM.
An opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jess.
Makes the catch and a huge play on the left side.
You just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, the receiver getting a little ahead of himself on that one. You saw him calling for the ball. He thought he was wide open. He thought that was going to be an easy catch. The ball finally gets to him, and he drops it. If you're going to call for the ball like that and call your shot, you've got to secure the catch.
Non-man receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
That's incomplete. Tried to set up the screen, and he dropped the pass.
And 3rd and long, everybody is pinning their ears back and coming after the quarterback. You try to throw screens behind those. Sometimes they're very successful, but this time, defense played it great, and the play went nowhere.
Three straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean.
He tries to take the top off. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target
ran that
was
shit.
so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
After the misfire, now on 2nd down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Got a man. It's James. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Got his man quickly. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. The Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Green. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the 1st down.
And I think you're seeing these guys in every offense now. These littler guys, they're so quick, it's hard to get a hand on them. You run crisp routes. You can throw it short, you can throw it long, but they're just big-time playmakers. You've definitely seen an emphasis shift towards smaller wide receivers with some serious skill.
He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down. And the Razorbacks looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
They'll immediately call timeout. Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Little touch pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he's going to run it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking to go up top on 1st down.
One more stop and be out of here.
Trying to beat the D deep. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Got room on the return. He gets the pick, but not the pick 6 as they're able to.
Man, I got to get a stop coming out the gate, Mike.
To wrap up the half.
Got to get a stop coming out the gate.
The Razorbacks will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half.
But I don't know, them tier 1s don't be quitting, because if you lose to a team like me and you a tier 1, you can't go to the playoffs. You only lose one time.
And he loses the ball deep in his own end.
Oh, yeah.
It's recovered by the
Oh, yeah, Mike.
team, and they'll steal a possession.
Mike, he might be about to get up out of here, Mike. I told you, them tier 1s, man, they know what this shit means to them. This their only chance at a championship.
Running back searching for a hole. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
It's a bad sign.
GG in the chat.
We said GG's in the
That means
chat.
guys up front aren't getting their blocks. Just too many hats getting to the ball carrier. I love his effort making multiple
got him.
guys miss, but still, it's a negative play.
Got it set up on the outside. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball.
Just steamrolling his way through. There to make the stop, but he is a weapon out of the backfield in the short passing game, and they've got a first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
Great team defense on that one play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
2 runs, and this defense has been physical, giving up absolutely nothing. Palmer,
He never ran this play before. Let's see.
No, I like moving the pocket at this point.
Every time I run a play I ain't never ran before, it's a turnover.
Crossing route. You can kind of get through the traffic, come out the other side.
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal.
Every time it's a turnover. Every time I run a play I ain't never ran. They get the best defense ever.
Inside the 30. The 10.
That's some
And he
bullshit.
will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! Ready to try the point after.
Never fucking fails.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They're lining up to kick
That's
it
the
off
last time I
after
run a play. I
the
don't
pick
know.
six, and
Like,
that defense
I don't know how many
will come out
times they
feeling
got to
it.
show me that shit just don't work. That was the last time.
He'll bring it out. It's Anthony. Stopped at the 26, brought it out in the end zone, picked up an extra yard.
Damn, that shit just fucked my day up.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Get it out on the screen. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. And the Razorbacks will snap it on 1st and 10. Movement here from the tight end. To the ground. He's got it again. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator to pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Arkansas 14, Alabama 7.
When you on goal
Second down
line, make
here
sure
as they go back to
22 or
work after the
0s
break.
and 56 is not your RB.
The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read.
Nah,
underneath.
56, that's my starting running back.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding.
This is my starting running back right here.
Still on his feet at the 45. Flying down the right side.
This is my starting running back right there, Mike.
From the defense and takes it in. Touchdown.
That's RB1.
Arkansas.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss.
Supposed to be number 7, but his shit glitched.
But can you make that last defender?
I think he hurt or
miss? And you
something.
saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. The kickoff team out there getting set. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
That last play is what you call a drive starter. They're out to the 47. It's first down. Dropping back, it's Milroe. He looks that one in nicely. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, if you could give a helmet sticker to this defensive coaching staff, they would get one because of the plan they've had for this guy at wide receiver. He is one of the best in the entire country with his speed and his athleticism, but they have had a plan for him. Whether it's man coverage, zone, they've been able to double him, they've been able to change up the looks, and they have not been able to get him involved in the game, and that's why they're going to win this one.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
They're bringing heat. Still on his feet.
Oh, what the
They finally get him on the ground, but not
Nigga,
before
excuse
he
me?
rips off enough for a first down. 2 minutes
What the
now
fuck,
left in this
man?
one,
That's
and
why I hate
time
playing
is
this team,
running
bro. That's
short if they
bullshit.
wanna find a way to pull this one out. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. He's going to pass. Shoots it to the left. He makes the catch. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Snapped it in the shotgun. Gets away.
This nigga has broke 10 fucking tackles. I've sacked this nigga so many times today. He ain't hit the ground one fucking time, bro. That's why I hate playing this fucking team, bro. They get billed the fucking most. I've never seen nobody get billed as much as Bevel.
So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Fielded in the end zone, it's Sategna. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, and walk out with the
God.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
They move the tight end all over. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He only needs a sliver of daylight. The coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced the situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots. Throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
Byers on the move. And it's picked off for the third time today. Got some room to run. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
Handshake, dark skin tone, medium skin tone.
Yes, sir, Mike. I'm gonna start taking streaming serious on 26, man.
Boulder, Colorado, one of the most picturesque locations in the world, let alone for college football, and you will see plenty of Buffaloes roaming here. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Colorado Buffaloes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Buffaloes will kick it off to get us
NGR, I
underway.
hope to fix the tackling in 26.
Coming out with it, it's Green. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19.
This team can't stop the run low.
He had just taken the touchback. First down here for the offense. They'll try the left side. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Gonna run it. It's Jackson. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get there. They're so big, so strong. Those guys, those running backs coming, they just need a mid. They put 1 mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Catch in the middle. It's Anthony. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. The Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. He's going for a big play downfield.
It's good, bro.
Inside the 20, still going. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
And the extra
It's them
point makes it
drugs.
7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive.
That's them,
Just
that's
4
them
plays.
drugs.
And they find pay dirt from way out, covering 69 yards on the touchdown pass.
Bro, you not trying to play me, bro. You ain't never took your ass whooping. I'm not playing 2K. Hell no, I ain't gonna lie.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25.
They just want to be able to say they beat the shit out of me and something, man. I'm not, nah, man.
On first down, here comes this offense.
I'm streaming too, though.
Back to throw, it's Sanders.
Bro, what is he doing?
When you on goal line, make sure 22 or 0 is in 56 is not your RB. Handshake, dark skin tone, medium skin tone. NGL, I hope to fix the tackling in 26. This team can't stop the run low.
Leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
I surely had nothing today. I can't wait to lose, boy. I'm going right to get some. Nah, I don't need. I gotta go get some Relos.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And they can't make the connection on 3rd.
You might want to punt there, huh? Hey, don't worry, bro. Huh? I'm finna be on fast, bro. This nigga not gonna last long. He one of them dumbass niggas that go for it on their own side of the ball and shit.
Offense, you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their own territory, going for it on 4th down. And the ball is picked off. Taking it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
I think everybody thinks when you say middle of the field safety, that's an easy responsibility. There's a lot.
Hey, he's out of here, brother. He's out of here, brother. That nigga's out of here, brother.
When you on goal line, make sure 22 or 0 is in 56 is not your RB.
You ready, Eric? Or you still need some time?
Handshake, dark skin tone, medium
All right,
skin
bet.
tone.
Hey, GG's Mike, bro. Appreciate you always tapping into the streams, man. He'll be back on here later.
Can't stop the run low.
That's my God.